Salutations. Welcome to the Casso podcast, episode 12, 13,
13?
11,
13.
12.
Why do we not know
I
this?
don't know.
'Cause-
6, 7. Welcome
Oh
to
my
episode 6,
God.
7
Oh my God, that's the worst.
for all Generation Zs.
Yikes, I hate that. Anyways, good to be back finally, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we changed up the format. So last week we were going to come out with an episode on Fridays, but we think that, and hopefully you guys understand and agree with us that it's better to kind of watch the episode during the midweek. We watch it on the weekend. Everybody has stuff to do, so we kept releasing it on Fridays and Fridays and Fridays, and we're like, hey, well, I want to get it to Tuesday, so here we are. We're actually recording the night before on Monday, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then we have Tuesday coming up, which will be good. So that'll be
New
that'll be
schedule.
fun.
New
Yeah,
schedule.
new schedule.
New time.
New
It was
schedule to
it
do
was
it right.
very different last week. Like we tried to keep recording on Wednesday, and then it didn't work out. Thursday we tried nothing. So it's nice. It's nice now
Yep.
to finally get back into the chair.
Absolutely
Different.
So we have a lot to talk about this week. No, we don't. It's the same old stuff.
Yeah, same
There's
old.
there's a little bit of politics, a little bit of current events, a little bit of Trump, a little bit of Bo Nix, a little bit of
Riley Moss saved my day yesterday. Shout out to Riley Moss.
what with the pass interference or with the pick because he had both again.
The pick is fine. He redeemed himself
Eh,
finally.
quit holding, buddy. Come on, man. You don't need to do that. You understand that. You're a good enough player where you don't have to play those games, even with Sertan on the other side.
I think first thing NFL thing that we should talk about today is all those everybody's talking about it, but all those injuries yesterday.
Oh yeah, probably the seriously. I'm not overextending it. Mahomes is probably the best offensive player in the league, and Micah Parsons is probably the best defensive player in the league overall. I know Sertan won the award last year and blah blah blah, but the two, at least in the top 2, 3 of each position on both sides of the ball, tore their ACLs yesterday. What do you think, man? That's crazy.
It was weird, man. It was. I mean, I watched both of them happen. As they were
Non-contact,
happening.
dude.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they got smashed up or
Well,
they got rolled up a little bit. Mahomes did a
yeah,
little bit,
Mahomes
but
got
not.
rolled.
Micah Parsons just he got Bo Nixed. That's how he tore his ACL. He got juked out of his shorts.
Dude, yeah, no, what a terrifying way. And then like
Yeah.
of course as soon as I see him go down, but I'm so dumb. I don't even know where the ACL is. So I was like knee injury. Oh. And
Where the ACL is.
yeah, but
Well, did you go to medical school?
no, I didn't. But
Yeah.
with Mahomes, the way that he just collapsed, it was weird, man. It was really weird watching that go down.
And then it was just like literally it was like poetic. It was like here's the end to the Kansas City dynasty. Boom.
And then
It was
yeah,
super weird, yeah.
And that same day they
Like-
get eliminated
Like
from
creepy.
playoffs, and yeah, weird.
Wow.
I'm surprised Philip Rivers didn't die on the field.
Yeah.
He survived, and that was a close game too.
Yeah, him and I think we're a couple months apart as far as our age. No, I'm just joking.
No,
He's
couple
like,
years.
no, he's like 6 years younger than me, but still, I mean, when I was 44, I was done too. I mean, it just I don't know
couldn't
how
even imagine.
an
Yeah.
old man goes out there because he is an old man for football. Goes out there and plays.
I would never shout out Philip Rivers, but I would like to know how he's feeling today.
Yeah, I would never shout out Philip Rivers because all he did was talk crap to the Broncos every time he played us. Him and Keenan Allen. I don't like them, and Manuel knows I don't like them.
Dude, my boss is like the biggest.
Oh
Philip
yeah.
Rivers, like,
Oh jeez.
he's like a super
Hall of
fan.
Famer.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh,
why isn't he in the Hall of Fame? Because it's Philip Rivers. Are we talking about the same guy? Did we
Yeah.
watch the same guy?
yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
I
not a
like
big fan.
Crimea Rivers. That's his nickname in Broncos country.
Ridiculous. No, but back to the most important part. We have the best record. Broncos do in the NFL.
We have the best record. We've had the best record, and we'll keep the best record. We're going to be the number 1 seed. We're going to get We might get Jacksonville in the divisional round. Oh no! And we're going to get New England for the AFC Championship game. Oh no, not in Denver. Let's see how Drake May handles that defense in January. We're going to the Super Bowl now. I don't know because Denver's not a clear-cut team as far as like being dominant over everybody else. Even though we have beat good teams, we just beat another one yesterday. I don't know if we win the Super Bowl just because it's going to be competitive. It's going to be a one-score game.
I don't know, dude. The NFC's at war right now. Like the NFC's doing some weird.
Yeah, but the Rams, dude. The Rams could give us a problem.
See, I don't know, dude.
Dude, the
Put them,
Packers.
but no, no, no. Put the Rams in the playoffs. I feel like they choke. And
Dude, what
what's
about
his
the
name just got
Packers?
hurt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Geez, what can I think of his name?
Um.
Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Devontae Adams. Yeah. So but Nakua is a good receiver though still. But the
Put.
Rams, not, they don't scare me, but they are definitely a concern. And then the Packers, dude, what if we meet them up again too? I mean, they played good. They were whipping our butt yesterday for about 2 quarters.
No, I don't think
I mean,
so.
they were moving up and down on the defense.
And so were we though.
Now, what I did like those, they were moving up and down and then getting stopped. I mean, they
Mm-hmm.
had 3 field goals. I think they had a total of 5 field goals, but 3 field goals in the first half. Yeah,
McManus was smiling a little too big too, dude. That was making me mad.
I used to like him, man.
Yeah, yeah. I
Sean
like
Payton didn't like him.
I like McManus more than I liked Prater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but dude, the only reason McManus left is because he was like a vocal leader, and Peyton didn't like that. But plus, he wanted Lutzer.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm okay with Lutz. McManus, meh, he's all right. But no, honestly,
Lutz has proven to be pretty clutch, man.
the way I see it though is the NFC side of
Mm,
football has been so chaotic this year that let's say like the Rams are in the playoffs, I think they get knocked off by
they
something
could lose.
ridiculous.
Yeah. You know,
You know what I mean? Like something weird.
and I'm talking a lot of mess because we're doing so good. But honestly, if Buffalo came in here, I'd be a little nervous.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Allen's
Yeah,
Josh Allen, man,
yeah.
for
I
real.
mean, you
No,
saw them yesterday. Josh Allen was insane. What a game.
yeah, he played good.
And they,
And actually, they gave us the 1 seed, so I
hmm
wanted that to happen, but it did happen, so that was cool. But yeah, everything's going good in Bronco Land. That
Bronco
remember I
Land.
always said it that one time.
Did he?
He's like, Case Keesum, welcome to Bronco Land. And everyone was like, what? Broncos country is okay though. It's not like the
Yeah,
best.
I don't. That's not my favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite. You know what I miss? I miss United and Orange. That used to be my jam.
I started. That was my first meme.
That was not. It was not.
It was. I started United in Orange and then it went viral.
That
Prove me wrong.
proved me wrong. Yeah,
That's
he
funny.
was. You were the second person to post it
After the after
after the Broncos did. Yeah.
yeah, that's funny.
No, but I do miss that slogan. Um. Anyways, world event news.
Yeah,
It never stops. Those
I like.
pictures are insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are some weird pictures, man. There was like toys and I was like
For those who don't know what we're talking about, of course,
Epstein,
Epstein. um,
Frankenstein, Frankenstein.
this is always in the news, but
Yeah.
especially lately. But
Well,
those new pictures got revealed of his estate, right, or something like that, or
yeah,
the island pictures, or something.
yeah,
And I think one of the notable ones that we saw was you could buy a pack of condoms for that had Trump's face on it. It said
yeah,
"I'm huge,"
yeah,
and of course, all of us are like, "What do you mean by that? Wait
yeah.
a minute, what does that mean?"
I mean,
Like
that's
that's
it's all inside jokey and stuff like that, but we all know what it means. Anybody that knows the power
mm.
vector that people like that have, and again, it goes back to that. And I could care less if you want to make $1 billion, if that's what you want to do in life and pursue money, whatever. But those type of people, I've met many of them as a politician, and they don't think that the normal rules apply to them. And so just these pictures coming out are just reaffirming everything. And then,
Well, like, okay, we had that
yeah,
conversation earlier today. We were talking about it depends. Obviously, if he's guilty, he's guilty, and we say that 100% all the time. However, it depends on when that
yeah,
those pictures or when those were made, because there was a time when like I'm huge, or he just the way that he would say things was like a funny thing to repeat and whatnot. So it's like
but
you can't, yeah.
it gets to a point with this guy. And again, I'm actually really pissed at the president again for what he posted about Rob Reiner this morning after Rob Reiner got murdered by his son. Him and his wife got murdered by his son,
Hmm.
and then Trump had the audacity to make fun of him and be like, "Oh, well, he was dumb. He was against Trump, and I've never been a fan." What are you talking about, dude? Somebody just got
Yeah.
murdered by their kid, and you're
Oh
talking
my
like that again. So
gosh.
again, for anybody out there, and again, I have to keep qualifying it because I have a lot of Republican friends and a lot of conservative friends. Most of them have gotten to a point a long time ago that they don't support him. But guys, if you have to understand everything that he's done politically has nothing to do with conservatism, real actual conservatism. Don't buy into the hype. Let's dismiss him. Let's get him out of there. Let's give JD Vance a chance to become president and kind of get what's going. We need real leadership. And again, this president proves it time and time again that he has no moral compass whatsoever. I mean, when he talked about grabbing women by their private
Mm.
parts, and he then he messes around with 13-year-old girls. Now he's making fun of people that die. He's just a bad dude.
Okay,
Yeah,
totally off script, and I was not prepared. I don't think you're prepared for this question. Do
yeah,
you think that there's a way back into politics, like, or like a way back to where politics has, like, I don't know how to say it, but you know what I'm trying to say, like
yeah,
that
the,
when you think of a politic,
yeah,
I don't Trump is like the very last. However, lately when I think about politics, I think like that's how it is now. Him, a person in power, calling a news organization fake, and
no,
multiple news
yeah, yeah,
organizations. I'm not just talking about one. And the way that he describes other things and most things is
yeah.
weird. So, do you think that there's a way
Actually,
back, or do you think we're stuck?
I'm ready for that question because actually I think about it a lot because everything, one little thing that he's ever done, and I'm talking from a politician's perspective, that would have been the end of my career. One of those
Yeah,
little things, it
no,
would have been like,
right, right, yeah,
I'm never getting elected dog catcher of Brighton
yeah,
ever again,
no,
much less, you know, Congress or the United States presidency. So it's just, I think it's an aberration. I think when we go down to it, I think a lot of them, I think the president actually dies before he has to pay by like going to prison and
mhm,
stuff like that. But a lot of them, a lot of them are going to prison after this is all said and done. And once it'll be like Nuremberg. It'll be after the Nazis got tried and everything like that, and then
mhm,
they'll get back to normal. And I think this country is strong enough just because of not because of any one individual or any one person, but because of the actual structure of our constitution and the federalism. We've talked about this a lot too. You know, states. We have a big buffer. You know, it's not just the federal government. We have 50 states too that actually abrogate and do everything, you know, on their own as well as too. And so I think all that taken care of, the Supreme Court, I mean, they're giving them little things like that, but they're pushing back on anything real, including redistricting. They're pushing back on ICE. They're pushing back on everything that he's doing wrong. And so cumulatively, I think it will be an aberration, but it'll be actually a warning for future generations, your generation, to say, hey, look, we can't ever, no matter what we think this and that, always have to have that discussion. We can't ever allow somebody like that to serve the president in the presidency ever again.
I like. I hear that, and I hope one day my kids are gonna be like, "This president sucks," and I'm gonna say, "I had Donald Trump as my president." You know what I mean? Like,
Twice.
yeah, like, but at the same time, like, it's not. I don't I don't know that much to say like that it will get like better, but I don't know how things are going right now and how other politicians are talking. It's like, well, they're all kind of going into that form, and
Yeah.
I don't agree with that at all.
Well, all his MAGA people, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, I mean, she's actually changed her tune like
Hmm.
180 degrees and that stuff. So, but even like Gavin Newsom, he does it as a joke. I don't think he's ever going to act like that after Trump, after he's not running against Trump. You know,
Yeah.
he's running for president on the Democratic side right now, so he's
Hmm.
doing all that kind of stuff as a joke. But when you talk about the decorum and stuff like that, I mean, 99.9999% of the people that I even served with in Colorado, dude, we take our oath seriously.
Hmm.
We think, I mean, we have different approaches to government and different approaches to politics and public policy, but in the end, I think I'm doing what's right on the behalf of the people that I represent, and I think I'm doing it according to the Constitution and according to law.
Yeah, because we talk
Yeah.
about it all the time. I think, like,
Mm,
personally, I think that's what got him in office the first time, was that he
mm,
was that crazy, making fun of Jeb Bush and stuff on
yeah.
in the, you know what I mean, and making fun of Hillary at the
Yeah.
time. It was like, wait a minute, nobody's ever done it like that.
Yeah.
And now that, like, I personally, I kind of feel the fatigue of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because when he would say, like, when he would make fun of him, it was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, you're a politician, you shouldn't be doing that at all.
Well, the
But
one thing,
then it
yeah.
kept going
Yeah.
and kept going, and now we're.
The one thing that we always talked about, and it was a truism up until even today. Any press is good press, even bad press, negative press, and that kind of stuff.
No,
And so
actually.
I actually used to pull that kind of stuff with Governor Ritter, and
Yeah, but you did it way differently. You did it in like
no,
a.
I actually thought Trump had pulled my playbook from politicking and running for office. I was like, man, that's a kind of crap I used to pull. But it was just honestly, it was a little bit to get attention, but it was actually more to get attention for the causes I was fighting for unions and for working class people and that kind of stuff. It was like
Mhm.
I can actually utilize this and make people a lot more aware of what the governor's position and why he's doing this if I actually speak up and not just sit there. And so it, I don't know, dude. I think there's part of me that thinks that JD Vance will do the same kind of stuff, but there's part of me too that if you can kind of like take a glimpse at when he's not trying to perform for Trump,
Mhm.
I mean, he was
Well,
he
so
yeah, he was a U.S. senator. I mean, he has that decorum, and like I said, most people do, and
the
so
the reason why I say like if it's gonna get better, I feel like I should kind of explain that is like
yeah,
I personally think that it's the way that they talk and the way that they act is only causing more division.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because if he says like it's anything really,
yeah,
and it's like, oh,
yeah,
that's a cool statement. I believe that too.
yeah,
And then other people that get offended by it,
yeah,
then that's straight division. And and it's on both sides. When you brought up
yeah,
Gavin Newsom,
yeah,
I almost called him Trump's nickname. That's a good one. He
yeah.
got him, but
It's
even
a
he,
zinger.
even when he talks, I'm like, wait a minute, like he he's too one-sided because that's how they all have to talk right now,
Yeah,
to get to be as loud as they need to be, and I don't agree with that at all.
whoever it could be a person or a group of people, but whoever leads us out of this, like you said, and I think you hit it right, the nail right on the head. They're going to have to speak not only to their own base,
Hmm.
but they're going to have to speak across to MAGA. They're going to have to speak across to everybody else. That takes a lot of talent. That takes a lot of leadership,
But
and I don't know who can do it.
I think that's the only way that it gets normal
Yeah.
and for normal
Or,
politics again.
or we get it depends on who runs too. I mean, especially when we're talking about Congress,
Hmm.
there's a lot there's a lot of people that have been there way too long. We all know that they're serving into their 80s and 90s and that kind of stuff. And
Yep.
you know how I feel about that. When I got elected when I was 32, and so I have a way different perspective on the appropriate age. I think right now I'm actually coming into my own where I'm mature enough to actually be in Congress and do the things that I need to do and not have such an ego about it. And so
Yeah.
I think in the and not me personally, but somebody in their
Hmm.
early 50s, is the right temperament and the right age to do that. And so you have to have a group of people though too. It can't be here or there, and you can't elect people like Mike Johnson as speaker and stuff like that. You have to avoid that kind of stuff. I mean, we had a speaker you probably never even heard of him some, but when in 1994 there was a Republican revolution, and his name was Newt Gingrich. Have you ever heard of Newt Gingrich?
Hmm.
Okay, he was at the time he was a big jerk, and he was kind of like Trump before Trump, but he knew what he was talking about. He knew the rules of the House. He knew how to mess with Democrats. He knew how to mess with Clinton. I mean, how do you think Clinton got impeached? Newt Gingrich led all that, and so it's just you have to if you get the right people in there that even if you don't agree with them on substance, you agree with them that they know what they're doing. I
Hmm.
think that cures a lot of what Trump has messed up. Yeah.
Sorry to totally derail us from the
No, dude,
news,
this
but
is good. Yeah.
I think about that quite a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, like, are we too far gone to
Yeah.
have decorum and have like,
Yeah.
because when I was growing up, I thought a politician was like, a wig wearing, uh, by the books
Yeah.
type of person, and then I see Trump call
Yeah.
a reporter piggy, which I bring it up all the time because I
Yeah.
just can't believe that.
Yeah.
I
Another
think that, yeah.
example of him being a pig
I
himself.
literally
Yeah.
can't believe
No.
that he did that when he did it, but
No.
regardless, I still think about that quite a lot.
Well, you grew up in the household, dude. I mean, you saw we had to. There was always, not necessarily an image, but there was always a way that I talked. There was always a way that
Oh
I
yeah.
cut my hair. There was always a way that I dressed. I mean, it was we. I mean, you saw it firsthand the way we
Hmm.
used to have to do it, and it's phony. I mean, I'll be the first one to say, you have to do it that way. No, but it's kind of phony too. And so I think people are looking for real people these days, like John Fetterman. I mean, the senator, that wears hoodies to in
Oh
the halls of
jeez.
Congress and
Yeah.
doesn't care if he wears a tie. Sometimes they'll put a tie on because you have to wear a tie and jacket on the Senate floor and the House floor. But for the most part, he's in hoodies and he's just chilling. And a lot of people don't like him on the Democratic side because he does reach across the aisle. He did vote for a lot of Trump's appointees and that kind of stuff. But those type of people, I think that's the future of politics, and that's why you and I have talked about this many times. So that's why I've kind of gotten away from party politics, not because I don't have a lot of Democratic friends and that kind of
Well, at
stuff.
the same time,
Yeah,
it's really really hard to be into party politics. It's really hard. Uh,
I didn't mind when we were in it. I mean, I have a lot of still
yeah,
good Democratic friends and stuff like that. But to me, a real leader steps outside of that. And
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Exactly, and I think
yeah,
that, and that's my whole
mm,
argument. I think is
yeah,
like, if I don't care if it's Gavin, I don't care if it's
yeah,
Trump. The way that they talk and the
yeah,
way that they divide, I don't like it. I don't like it at all
yeah,
because then you are just playing
yeah,
a party politics,
yeah,
and I don't agree with that
yeah,
because it's it's so much deeper than that, and everybody feels that.
yeah,
Everybody knows that,
yeah,
regardless. You
yeah,
vote. I wasn't able to vote at certain ages or before this. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Before Trump and everything. Uh, so I don't know the difference of
yeah.
like when you okay. Here's a kind of weird random question. When you voted, uh, um, and like Bush won, were you like, "Ooh, this is the end"? You know what I mean? Or was it kind of like, "Wow, well that stinks, but he's the president. He's gonna take care of us."
No, I actually when
I don't even know who you voted for.
in
Yeah.
2000 when George W. Bush ran
Mhm.
against Al Gore, I was 50-50, but looking back in retrospect, I'm much and not that I like a lot of Al Gore's policies, but at the time, especially after 9/11, we needed leadership from somebody like George W. Bush. I think Al Gore would have really messed that up. In
But do you see
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Do you see the
yeah,
difference? I remember when
yeah,
Trump won the first time. I
yeah.
remember that night. It was like silence. Like,
Or I'll be honest, son, even in 2004, 4 years later, I'm actually glad, and I didn't vote for him, but I'm glad George W. Bush beat John Kerry because John Kerry was a mess, dude. He was just to me, he was just one of those guys that are in it just for themselves.
see, so like
Yeah,
I feel like, and I don't know if I'm reaching because obviously I
yeah,
wasn't able to vote at that
yeah,
time, but I wonder if that's how it used to be. Like, man, my guy
yeah,
lost, but it's not a big deal.
yeah,
It's my party lost or
yeah,
whatever way you vote. My party lost, but I
yeah,
know that I'm going to be taken care of.
yeah.
I remember when Trump won the first time, it was like silence in
Oh yeah,
America. I remember when Biden won, it was
yeah,
like silence
yeah, yeah,
on the other side.
yeah,
And then when he won again, it was silence again, and
yeah,
people were upset
yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah,
outcome.
yeah.
And I just like
No,
there's a
it's
difference there, right?
yeah. Those are those three elections, and they've been in a row in
Yeah.
the most recent, but they're anomalies because, yeah, I mean, even when like we talk about on the podcast all the time, when Mitt
Hmm.
Romney was running against Obama, man, talk about two nice guys. I mean,
Yeah.
two nice
Yeah.
guys having
Two
fun
genuine dudes. Yeah.
and two statesmen.
Hmm.
Mitt Romney was he was a governor of Massachusetts, and then he was a U.S. senator from Utah. He was just a statesman. He and again, I probably don't agree with 95% of the stuff that he believes or says, but I could respect him. And so,
Right? Okay, so that's a difference.
yeah,
That's a weird thing to think about. Is like only
yeah,
what
yeah,
less than 10 years ago
yeah,
or
yeah,
more than 10 years ago, it was kind of like, "Oh, he won. It sucks cuz my guy didn't win, but
yeah,
the country will go into a place that it needs to." And
hmm,
regardless of what side you felt like you lost or you won
yeah,
on either side, either it was
yeah,
Trump or Biden or Trump again,
yeah.
either side, everybody feels that way. Everybody was so like
Yeah.
wrapped up into it to where it's like, wait a
Well,
minute, then that
yeah,
at
yeah, yeah,
what
yeah,
point
yeah.
are you just voting for personality then? You know
Well,
what I mean?
no, honestly, if McCain had beaten Obama in 2008, I would have been fine
Yeah,
with
it
that.
would have
I
been
mean,
yeah,
John
that would have
McCain's
been
an American
okay.
hero.
Yeah, that would have been so
Yeah. So,
I
yeah, yeah,
so I guess why I bring that up is the whole argument that I'm trying to make is, can we get back to that? Can we get back to where like w- centered politics and not party politics?
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Crazy, crazy. Anyways,
yeah.
no, and I
Center where it's like we talk, it's that pendulum, son. It's like,
mhm,
can it just go right here instead right here, and then it goes
mhm.
back here, and yeah, it's that kind of thing. So you're exactly right, but it's going to take not somebody special like Einstein
No, but
or
a good leader.
yeah, it's not going to
Mhm,
take Plato or anything like that. It's going to take a good leader that actually that genuinely has the Americans' people best interest at heart.
mhm.
And I think you can see that. You could see it from McCain. You can see it from Romney. You can see it from Obama. You can see it from all these people that have come before, all these guys. And it really, whoever won, you were kind of like, okay, well, let's see what they can do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no,
And honestly, to end off on this note, I want to throw it to everybody else watching. I want to know what you guys think
yeah,
if you think we're too far gone into
yeah,
um the division,
yeah,
and if we could find our way back into being centered again and being
yeah,
like, oh, wait a minute, and holding those values of my guy lost, but it's okay
yeah,
because whoever's in charge is a leader and
yeah,
they won the votes. They won them fair. That's another good point, I
yeah.
think, is knowing that whoever wins next will win it fair and
Well,
do the right things.
I think I should apologize to you, son, and your generation because in when I was a kid, you were proud to be an American. You weren't proud to be a Democrat. You weren't proud to be a
Yeah.
Republican. You were proud to be an American.
Yep.
And I think that's what we really, really, really need to get back to.
Hmm.
So,
Yep. And we talk about it all the time, and we're gonna get back into this. Like, I was talking to somebody the other day at the bar, and I think I had the Grinch on, like
yeah,
the old
yeah,
school Grinch. Um, and I was talking about it, and I was like, dude, I used to love going to my grandparents, and we talked about it last week. I used to love going to my grandparents during the holidays, and they'd have Frosty on one night, and the
Mhm.
next week it was Rudolph, and then the next week it was the Grinch, and
Yeah,
it was just such a like right currently right now for me personally doesn't feel like Christmas. It hasn't felt like Christmas. You know what I mean? And maybe the weather has a for everybody in Colorado. Maybe the weather has a part to play in that too, but I just feel like, and I mean, we talked about this during the Halloween episode too.
yeah,
There's just
yeah,
not
yeah.
like I don't like, and I
You
was
could you
yeah
could feel it in the air. I mean,
yeah
seriously.
yeah you can feel Christmas spirit in
Yeah.
the air, but not lately. And I was telling him I
The
was
only
like
the only time I feel Christmas now is when I put this stupid hat on.
yeah yeah no, but and I was telling this guy I was like dude like it sucks. I liked watching those things once a year, but now I
Yeah,
have to go into like any I have to find it on stream it when I have time. But it was nice to come home on like after school because I was a kid, but
yeah,
come home after school and no Rudolph was on, and
yeah,
there'd be commercials leading up for the next week, and I'd be excited to oh Grinch is on, I can't miss that.
yeah,
And now it's like maybe I'll watch it, I probably won't,
yeah.
and it just it's weird.
Well, it gets back to that whole thing we were talking about, and even today, what we were talking about. Let's focus. Let's refocus. Let's try to refocus. I don't know if we can from what has been happening the last 8 years, and try to get back to even before that, and get back to honestly get back to the way we used to feel when we were younger. I mean, we're in a weird age right now. You don't have kids yet, and so
Hmm.
you're kind of in your
Yeah,
20s.
yeah, kind
I'm
of.
kind of in my early 50s, and we're kind of like
Hmm.
we don't. So it will change if and when you have kids someday.
Yeah, well, even then, one of my friends, she was like, did you
Excuse me.
decorate your apartment for
No.
Christmas? I said, no, I ran out of time.
Yeah.
What am I gonna decorate it
So,
up
well,
now? Yeah.
tell the truth, son. The only reason our house is decorated is because you came over and helped us.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
is
mean
true.
seriously, or we would have.
That is
I
true.
don't know if we would have skipped it, but it was
But and
no,
that's a difference too, is my grandma holds on to those
no,
Christmas and holiday values a lot
no.
to where she was like, I mean, I was at work and I knew I was coming over four
Hmm.
days before I came over because
Wow.
every day leading up to that, she was calling me saying like, tree needs to go up. I need the tree up. I need the lights up. I need the trees
She
up.
looked at me and I was like, I ain't doing
Yeah,
it.
and I was like, yeah, okay,
Mm,
let's decorate your house, but um, let's get back into some Christmas cheer and some Christmas fun and bring some light to it. And
yeah,
I say that because music helps me a lot with Christmas. Enjoying Christmas again is playing my music.
yeah,
So again, we mentioned this last week. We have top five or yeah, top five lists. We love doing these lists.
mhm,
I love doing them because it makes me think. But this week we're gonna do top five Christmas songs. So when I'm not watching Rudolph on any streaming, I could at least listen to these songs and um, be happy with that. It's got to be
definitely.
up there.
So what? Go ahead and give us your number five Christmas song, son.
Um, you go ahead first, because we wrote these lists a while ago and I'm trying to remember.
I know, huh? I'm trying to get through it myself, but I don't think I have yours.
You do. Press my name.
You sent it to you.
No, I sent it to you.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have it.
Go up.
Did we text that much this week?
I guess. Yep.
Oh well. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you made me nervous. My number five.
I know,
You can
huh?
read it. Go ahead, Dad. This is our production manager needs to to do a better job.
Oh wait, no, those are the movies, dude.
Give me, give me.
Here.
Tell your top five or tell your number five.
Big Winter from the movie Just Friends is my number five. And it's a cool song. It talks about going to New Jersey, blah blah this, blah blah that. But it reminds me of Christmas time. That movie, I probably most people don't even know what that movie is with
Yeah, we talked about it
Ryan
last week.
Reynolds
Yeah,
again. But it's one of my favorites, and the song from it, Big Winter, is my one of my favorites. So that's my number five.
that's got to be my number six. My number five. Please come home from for Christmas. I like the
Mm.
Eagles version a lot. There's
Oh,
something that one's so nice.
that is.
Yeah, like melodically nice.
No.
And yeah, I love that song. And it's very Christmas. They got bells in it and stuff. I like that song a lot. But sometimes I'll listen to that song in like
Yeah.
June, July, and be all right with that.
Yeah. My number four is Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. That's a good one. They play it a trillion times a year. but it just it puts me in the Christmas spirit. So that's my number four.
My number four is controversial to some,
Why?
and I'm gonna say, and you're gonna be like, wait a minute.
To some.
My number four is "Baby It's Cold Outside." Love that song. However, like the rap it gets nowadays, don't like it. No, I still love that song. I don't care. I think the context of it is not that creepy, but everybody just to make it creepy for some reason.
It's pretty creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nobody, but I like it. I like it. I like it's a the duet. That's nice.
That's
Yeah.
that's the Epstein Christmas song, bud.
Oh my god.
That's horrible. It's a horrible take. But if
True.
you like it, you like it.
No,
Huh?
I do like that one a lot.
If it makes you feel Christmassy, then
It
that's all that
does.
matters.
Oh, it sure does. You're
So,
number three,
number three, Wrapped in Red by Kelly Clarkson. Because
dude.
it reminds me of when I met my wife. So don't be a brat.
You were getting so offended the other day. The song played so at the bar.
Oh, it did play. Yeah,
It
that
we
was
got on
cool.
the Christmas playlist, and it's like one of every two songs is Christmas, and normally
Yeah.
it's like dad rock that plays at my bar, and Wrapped in Red played, and I like was walking to the kitchen, and it played, and my dad was there, and I was pointing at him. I was like, he loves this song, and all the guys were like, what? I could
Yeah,
just,
but you didn't
dude,
say
I could
because
just,
it
yeah.
reminded me of my first
Well, I
Christmas
didn't know
with
that
my
either, but
wife.
I could see you literally melting, and my fault, but I
That's
thought that
funny.
was hilarious.
No, but it is, and it is a. I mean, it's Kelly Clarkson, so it's good. She's a good singer, but it does put me in the Christmas spirit.
Talking about Christmas spirit, my number three is Christmas Waltz, Frank Sinatra.
Ooh, I have a feeling it's going to be on my list too.
Uh,
I have a feeling.
that song is just so beautiful. Like actually beautiful, actually pretty
Yeah,
song. I
yeah,
like when he says Merry Christmas.
yeah,
I
like a
do like
dork.
it. Yeah, I still like it.
He's all Merry Christmas.
I still
Oh,
I love that one. Makes me feel like a kid. Makes me feel like I.
it's dude, it's just Sinatra being cool. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
what's cool about it. It's just like, and just the music, and it's you can tell it has that 1940s, 1950s
Oh, dude,
vibe.
it's
Yeah,
beautiful. Beautiful song.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're number three.
My number
Mm.
two is Hallelujah,
Oh.
but my favorite version is by Pentatonics because they sing it the best, man. It's really good, but it's really not a Christmas song, but it is a Christmas song just because it's associated with the
Mm-hmm.
word and associated with the Bible and that kind of stuff. But it's very powerful. It's a
Yeah.
powerful song and it's
Yeah.
sad. It's a
Oh,
sad
it's
song.
really sad. Yeah.
No,
That when you said that, that's why I was like, what?
yeah, but it puts me in. It doesn't make me happy. I mean, it puts me in the Christmas mood as far as charity and
Mm.
Night of the Meek and that kind of stuff. It puts me in that kind of Christmas where I was like, hey, wait a minute, take a step back and realize the world you live in, buddy, and kind of that kind of thing. And so that's why it's my number two.
Um. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's a great one.
Yeah.
Um. My number two. I can't say it right. The Hawaiian Christmas song.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even gonna try to say it. I'm not trying to get us canceled. No, I can't even say it
You
properly.
like
But
it? You like that part on Christmas Vacation?
yeah, yeah. When he's dreaming and
Yeah.
looking outside. Yeah. No, but that one for me has always been so much fun, and um, this is less traditional Christmas, but it's my favorite.
Yeah.
So I
So
think
my
do we
number
share number one?
no, my number one is Christmas Waltz,
Mm,
and so we already talked about it, obviously, but it's just it's the best song. I pin it on all social media. There's just something about it that makes me not just think of my Christmases, but it makes me think of my dad's. It makes me think of my
yeah, right.
grandparents. It's
Like
just like
that.
um
That's my number three. But I agree 100%. It makes me feel like
yeah
uh, Christmas dinner's made and
yeah
we're all sitting around a table. That's exactly how that song makes me feel.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah.
No, love that one. My number one is Christmas Treat, the song that they sing in SNL Christmas, the one where Jimmy Fallon's playing the piano. Who sings it? Yeah.
Horatio Sands. He's he used to be on Saturday Night Live.
But that one for me, I feel like is a little bit more personal because we told this story last week, but I'm gonna tell it again.
Yeah,
We never missed that. We never missed
SNL
SNL
Christmas.
Holiday, yeah.
Yeah.
And so for that one, I mean, and it's fun, dude. And whenever I think of it, I can picture Jimmy Fallon dancing the way that he was dancing, all stupid and
Yeah.
whatnot. I love that
Plus,
song.
as a joke, I'm always like, AJ, do the dance, do
Yeah,
the Christmas
yeah.
treat dance,
Oh, it's my
and then
favorite.
you do it. Do it to give him a little bit.
I'm not going to.
Do it.
Nope. No, that's the worst. That is the
This one's
worst.
better.
No, nope. Yeah, no, but I do love SNL Christmas. I watched it like a week ago.
Yeah,
I was fast forwarding through most of it, but
yeah,
I watched the ones I really like.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch it here pretty soon. So, all right,
Sweet.
Sonny. Well, next week, we're gonna have a special treat for you guys on the Christmas episode because the next week will be the Christmas episode because it will come out 2 days before Christmas Eve. We're going to talk a lot of Brosmas. We're going to give you guys what we do on Brosmas, how we get there, why we get there. We're going to have AJ's going to have a green lightsaber. I'm going to have a red lightsaber. We're going to really decorate the set with real green and red, and then we may or may not have a duel.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to because he knows I'll win.
Dude,
Oh,
we used to do that when I was a kid.
see,
We used to have the little plastic ones, and for anybody out there that hasn't been hit with one of those plastic lightsabers really hard,
dude in Disneyland, remember that
don't
time?
recommend it. Yeah,
I hit your uncle.
yeah.
I said, "Here's one for you, buddy."
He collapsed. It hurts, man. They hurt
And
really
then on all
bad.
the rides I was on.
They hurt. Yeah, they're not fun.
That's
But
funny.
oh yeah.
So yeah, next week will be our Christmas episode. I want to get into some of the traditions that we think should come back, some of the traditions that we think should go away, and kind of like having that discussion. Hey, America, let's get back to being Americans and start talking about all this stuff. And hey, this is a special message for President Trump. Don't go to do not bomb Venezuela on Thursday so you can avoid the Epstein release on Friday. Friday the 19th, the Epstein files are set to be released. All the pictures, all the documents, all the names, everything is set to be released over the in the to the House Oversight Committee. Mr. Trump, do not go to war with Venezuela. You may or may not need to go to after the fact, but let that come out and then let the cards fall where they may. Because in this life and in this government, you will be held accountable.
Man, next week is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Yeah,
Next week.
it's going to be a
Yeah.
crazy Christmas.
Oh my goodness,
Crazy
dude.
Christmas up in here.
I can't believe
Yeah,
that.
no,
No, but that being said, we always
no,
say like, comment, subscribe, but
no.
leave a comment. I want to know your top 5 Christmas songs.
Yeah,
Keep us in the Christmas mood.
yeah,
Keep us going with it.
yeah,
It's a fun time,
yeah,
and um, yeah, I still love reading every comment.
yeah,
It's my favorite thing to do every time we post.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get back to let's hear other people's version of Christmas and traditions. Movies, comment movies. We didn't get a lot of comments as far as movies goes. Give us your favorite movies. We'll talk about some more of our favorites next week, even though they may or may not have made the list. But let's get in the. We'll definitely be in the Christmas spirit next week, and we'll talk about all that kind of stuff. And like AJ said, like and subscribe. That really helps us and helps us get our message out there and helps us get this discussion out there. We need to start having these real discussions through podcasts around our dinner tables and talking and understanding one another. Let's get our country back. And that goes for all of us, Democrats, Republicans, independents. Let's get our country back for us because it's not about one man. It's not about one administration. It's not about me. It's not about what I believe. It's not about what somebody believes opposite of me. It's about all of us together. And with that being said, I'm going to sign off for this one. This is my son Aristotle. I'm Edward, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.